Hi guys, Soldier here. So now for all the people out there that's interested in building a PC on a budget and the XFX RX570 4GB happen to catch your interest, then this video is for you. It runs better than I expected honestly, and obviously if you can find a 8GB variant then and you plan on playing games at its max settings, by all means please grab that instead. This is also my first computer and I paired the GPU with a Ryzen 5 2600 8GB T-Force Dark Z single stick, FSP Hyper-K 500 watts, and a very cheap BioStar B450 mAh. It's not as bad as it would seem and it perfectly runs fine if you're just using your computer casually like I do. If you're interested, however, in overclocking your system, I highly suggest that you look for other motherboards like from MSI, Gigabyte, ASRock, etc. I've tried underclocking my CPU to get lower temps and well, I had a no boot issue. I had to reset my CMOS and now I'm stuck with a 99 BIOS error code every time I boot my PC, but I can still use it just fine. If you do want to tinker with your PC at any given point in time, I highly suggest that you stay away from this motherboard. Now let's get back to talking about the card. I bought this card secondhand for around 150 freedom bucks or 500,000 pesos for all the Filipinos out there. It'll run most games out there perfectly for 60 FPS and above, but when it comes to newer titles, you'd have to tweak your graphics settings a bit between medium and low. I personally play competitive FPS, so I run my games at their lowest settings to get the most frame rate possible. I'm only playing on the highest settings on Apex today just to show you guys what this card can really do. So there's two problems you're most likely going to encounter. First is, despite getting 60 FPS and above, there's a distracting quote-unquote choppiness back when I was recording this video. There's a fluctuation between 50 to 7 FPS depending on what's happening on your screen, and that's most likely the cause of this issue. I fixed this by turning on the VSync on Apex Legends, and in my experience, I did not notice any major input lag. The second issue is honestly the most important thing that we have to talk about, and that is the temperatures. If you're constantly concerned about your GPU hitting 70 degrees Celsius and close 80s, go look for a Sapphire card instead. They have much better cooling and also better build quality overall. It'll cost you around 20 to 40 more freedom bucks, but it's better to spend more money now than to spend more money later when your GPU is dead. I won't have any problems with mine though, because I'm always playing at the lowest setting possible, so I will never reach those temperatures. So what's the verdict? Should you grab an RX 570 or look for other options? Personally, it's a bang for your buck, especially to a PC noob like me. The only reason my temps were so high is because I still had the free fans that came with my case that didn't do anything to lower my temps. I bought myself 3 Arctic P12 fans a few days ago and my temperature problems were gone. If you can find an RX 580 at a very good and reasonable price, please by all means go for that instead. But if you're on a tight budget like me, then this card will do just fine. So with that said, please enjoy the rest of the video and look at how I almost won this game. It was pretty insane.